Hello all, welcome back to Given Tutorials. In this short video, we shall discuss about converting a regular grammar into a finite automata and finite automata to a regular grammar. So as a first example, let us consider a regular grammar and convert it to a finite automata. So consider a grammar with the following production rules. So here the production rules P are given as S equal to 0A or 1B, A equal to 1A or 0S or 0, B equal to 0B, 1S or 1. Now in this production rules it is clear that the variable set is given as S, A and B, where S is the starting symbol and the terminals are 0 and 1. So this gives the definition of a grammar here. So now let us consider this example and convert this into a finite automata here. So first of all, we consider the number of states in the respective finite automata. So when we define the machine M with the tuples Q, sigma, delta, Q naught and F for the finite automata, here Q contains the states. So let us assume the states as S, A, B and C. Here we have taken the same symbols that are given in the grammar. So whatever the variables that are present in the grammar, here we have defined them as a states here S, A and B, and we have taken one more extra state, that is C, which we call it as a final state, to represent the acceptance of the string that is generated by the finite automata, and sigma is same, that is the terminals which are available in the grammar. So the terminals are same as sigma in the given machine here. Now Q naught is nothing but the starting symbol here, so here without any differentiation we have taken S as the starting state. So the machine looks like with the four states, starting state S, A, B and the final state C. So you can name anything, just for our simplicity we have taken as S, A, B and C, right? Now when read the first symbol of the first production rule in the given grammar, there is nothing but S tends to 0A or 1B, so that indicates S on 0 goes to the state A. So we can give a transition for S on 0 to A like that, and for S on 1 it is directly going to B. So S on 1 we can give the transition in the table as, sorry, in the circuit and in the diagram as S on 1 goes to B. So those are the two production rules we have for the variable S in the given grammar. Now coming to A, S on 1 goes to again 1A here in the given production rule. So that indicates for the transition of input symbol 1 on A, we can have a self loop. So that can be given as self loop, and as A on 0 goes to S, because A tends to 0S is given, and finally A tends to 0, that is the terminal, that is the acceptance of the string in the grammar. So here for A on 0 we can give it to a final state. So clearly this is a finite automata but not a deterministic finite automata. So this can be treated as a non-deterministic finite automata here. Similarly, the productions of B can be given as B on 0, again it gives us 0B, and B over 1 gives us to S there. So we can have a self loop for the state B over 0 and it goes to state S or 1, and finally B on 1 gets accepted. So that looks like the following state diagram. So for C we haven't given any transition because this is simply a straightforward approach where we can directly give the transitions, and the output we are getting is an NFA. So when we try to convert this NFA into DFA, or else maybe the final state can be equal to the initial state. For example, if there is an epsilon here for a starting state, then obviously the starting state will be a final state. So that indicates an empty string can be accepted. So therefore we can make this starting state as a final state in case if there is an epsilon existing. But the example what we have taken doesn't have an epsilon transition anywhere. So that is a straightforward diagram we have got after converting the given regular grammar into finite automata. The next example we are going to check how to convert the finite automata to a regular grammar. So let us consider an example of finite automata with the following transition diagram. So consider this example of finite automata with three states Q0, Q1 and Q2, where Q0 is the initial state and again Q0 and Q1 are the final states. So this is simply a grammar or simply a machine which is accepting all the strings which doesn't contain 0 0 consecutively. So that is the machine here. Once there is an existence of 0 0 continuously, it goes to a dead state Q2. So Q2 is a dead state, you can see there. So we cannot come out of Q2 once we encounter a 0 0 consecutively in the input string. So now we try to convert this one, this finite automata, to a regular grammar. We try to generate the grammar for this one. So before that, let us define this machine with the tuples. So this is how we define the machine M for the given transition diagram there. So the set of states is given as Q, capital Q is nothing but Q0, Q1 and Q2. And the input symbols are sigma is given as 0 and 1. Here the initial state is Q0 and the final states are both Q0 and Q1. Finally, the delta transition is shown using the diagram, the table there, the state table there, with Q0 on 0 and Q0 on 1 and so on. The table is given already. Now again, for converting this one into the respective grammar, we require the variables for the grammar. So we define the grammar now with the tuples, that is VTPS. So defining the variables for the grammar VTPS, the set of variables can be treated as, so since in the given machine we have three states, so let us take as variables as 3. We can name the variables as Q0, Q1, Q2, or else for our simplicity, let us represent Q0 as S, Q1 as A and Q2 as B. Therefore the variables for the grammar are given as S, A and B, and we have assigned Q0 equal to S because that is the initial state in the finite automata, and S obviously will be the starting symbol in the regular grammar. So always the starting state can be assigned as S, variable S, or else we can leave the variables as Q0, Q1, Q2, and we can write the start symbol as Q0. So for our simplicity we have taken as S, A and B here, and the terminals are same, that is sigma here, this is 0 and 1. Now coming to the production rules, so initially Q0 is defined as S, so for S we can check the transition table that is given here. So the production rules of S can be given as, so since that is Q0 on 0 goes to Q1, so we representing Q1 with A, so S on 0 goes to A, that is we can write 0A there, and Q0 on 1 goes to again Q0, so here we can write it as S10 to 1S, and since S is the final state, also we can write an epsilon there, like we have seen in the last example. So we can write an epsilon transition here, and both the transitions, that is Q0 generating, are going to a final state on 0 and 1. So we can write 0 and 1 symbols only without the variables. So that is the transitions of the symbol S in the given grammar. Now we go with A, which is equivalent to the Q1 state in the given finite automata. So coming to the transitions of A, which is equivalent to the Q1 state in the finite automata, Q1 on 0 goes to Q2, so we represented that Q2 state as B, so the transition will be like 0B, and Q1 on 1 goes to Q0, that is S, already we defined Q0 as S, and since Q0 is a final state, we can directly substitute an epsilon for S, and we can write that 1 also there, so A on 1 is also a transition for the variable A. So finally coming to the transitions of B, so B has the transitions to itself, that is, since Q2 has the transitions to itself, that is Q2 on 0 is again Q2 and Q2 on 1 also belongs to Q2, we can write B is 0B or 1B there. So these are the final productions of the regular grammar that is generated for the following finite automata, and here we can clearly see that Q2 is a dead state, or else we call it sometimes as a trap state, where once you enter we do not come out of it, and since B is not generating any terminal here, we can simplify this grammar further by removing the transitions of B, and we can simply write the transitions of A and S for the variables in the grammar. So we can eliminate the productions of B because it is not generating any terminal over there, and simply it is a dead state, or else a variable that is not generating any terminal here. We can observe that from the finite automata also. So we can replace these production rules, or else we can reduce this production rules of the grammar by simply deleting or else eliminating the production rules of B. So the final production rules after reducing will be like this one, where variables you can see only S and A, because since Q2 is the dead state, we have removed the B, the variable B, and we have written only the production rules of S and A. So this is the equivalent regular grammar for the given finite automata. So this is the method of converting a machine to a grammar, and in the previous example we have already seen how to convert a grammar to a machine. So in the next video, for the continuation of this chapter, we can go with the pumping lemma for the regular sets, since we are discussing the regular grammars and regular sets. So the next topic will be about pumping lemma. Thank you.